with that, we are back. Oh my gosh, I just realized that I'm like cut off by the like lower bit. Oh well, that's fine. Here we go. We're going into the game right now. Habitual line steppers should be the team on this side. I want to see if that's true real quick. So we have Jaeger, Courtney, Mr. Okay, no. Guys, you guys were on the wrong side of the lobby whenever you guys went. Be careful about that. Otherwise, thankfully, I know these teams well enough to know which side is which, so I was able to still catch it. But let me just fix that right quick. I will be confused the entire game. But getting into the game. So I don't have the draft. I don't know who was banned. I don't know what maps were banned. I can look at that, but the problem is if I look at that, I end up finding out who won the series. Like, there's no way for me to see the map bans without going to a screen that says so-and-so team won, you know, but with this many games and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to see that. But looking at things, first of all, someone tell Hoku, someone get Hoku in here. Because we do have an Artanis. Mr. SIW is going to be playing Artanis. Zigzaggy is going to go ahead and be playing Tychus. We have Courtney on Orphea. Courtney on Orphea scares me. That terrifies me right off the bat. That is one thing that I immediately do not want to see. Jaeger is on the Mura Dwarf. And then back, Mr. G. Mr. G must stand for Mr. Galactic, because that is the pace at which he is moving. Everyone else just leaves the poor Brightwing back at the spawn. Brightwing is coming out for Mr. G. On the other side, representing Habitual line steppers, we do go ahead and have No More Heroes coming out of the Maiev, Postman Pratt coming out on Chromie, we have Extrix coming out on the Dehek Dahaka, Cody Sparks on the Stukov, and Boomer APM on Anubarak. So look at these teams real quick. I mean, I'm going to say, granted, because I'm also in Division E, I've played both of these teams. That scares me. Courtney is terrifying on Orphea. So, like, that bot right there is just really, really bad. Tychus, I'm not 100% sure what Tychus is doing here, because there's not any, like, big, honky health bar heroes on the other side for Tychus to be super effective against. There's not a Diablo, there's not a Cho'Gall, there's not a Deathwing. Like, Tychus is good regardless, don't get me wrong, but I don't see Tychus and then look at the other team and I'm terrified by it. Although I will say the Artanis might be really, really good into that. It's a replay cast. I can actually break this down a little bit, because being able to swap someone into close proximity with Tychus really lets him unload with that minigun. So he doesn't have to worry about moving forward because they just come into very close to him. On the other side, we do go ahead and have the Maiev. The Maiev is actually the type of hero that either makes or breaks games. I am scared when I see a Maiev. I'm not, like, Maiev does not instill terror in that I'm not like aware of No More Heroes as Maiev in the same way that I am aware of Courtney's Orphea. But this could be really, really good. Because especially with Tychus, Artanis, and Merton all being close range heroes, they can get caught by Maiev very, very easily. Long range damage, we do have the tongue, Stukov, being able to silence inside that thing, and then the Anubrak for the stuns. So nice aggressive comp. The only thing that does worry me is the aggressive comp into a Tychus might be a bit more than they can chew. But let's get into the game and see what happens. Looking at our level 1 picks, we do actually have Third Wind coming out on the Mirrodin very, very early on. Definitely being able to be a little bit. Oh, Asterix. Oh, thank you very much. Very much.
10 seconds. 5, 4.
So we do go and have that. We do have Amateur Opponent on the Artanis, which is interesting. Now, granted, this is Garden of Terror, and Amateur Opponent will be very, very helpful against the enemy terrors if they are summoned. So that does make a lot of sense, but it does drastically cut down Artanis' offensive power and makes it harder for him to bully the opposing Dahaka. Because that is the thing, like, you can't get near an enemy Artanis if they have that stacking quest. You do not want to give free stacks, but you can be a little bit more safely aggressive. There's the sand coming down for the Chromie, and Estrex coming in for the backline. Num 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 num. Wait, that's just a minion. You go and have these guys moving up. The offlaners doing offlane things. Esterex does go ahead and actually picks up the tissue regeneration, so a little bit more of a tanky Dahaka build. Not going to be race cars, not going to have the zoomies. Dahaka is not being a cat in this particular game. We do have Postman Pratt coming in here. No More Heroes hiding slightly above that. Here goes more APM. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, real, but No More Heroes, I think that's you, isn't it? I know you're on Habitual Line Steppers, and I remember that Voreel is not your name in game. So I'm thinking that's who you are, but I could very easily be wrong. Oh, you're Estrix? Gosh dang it! I was gonna remember that. Obviously, I did not do a good job. Oh, so you're the offlaner that goes up against me? Ah, darn it! This does not work when I'm this far down. That's not what I wanted to do. Pick this. Okay, we are moving over here. So a little bit, okay, nice moving in. That's a lot of damage. We do have Brightwing coming up here against Courtney. Now, Courtney is someone you can pick up pretty easily. Organ does not have a lot of health, but thankfully, with the save of that Brightwing, we do have Mr. G coming up and saving Courtney. Because Courtney was, like, nicely body blocked up here, not able to really move through. I was going to ask, because you were in the off lane, I was like, what happened to Drapes? Because Drapes is on Habitual line steppers, I believe.
My vengeance to sprout. But which of you will gather them first?
Granted, I might just be missing out on all of the gossip. Postman Pratt coming in with a Ziggy. Oh, yuck, that's gross. Not a fan of that. That sucks for you as well. Only because, like, Evan of the Pancakes is probably the best team in Divi. And so here you are in your first sub game and you have to go against these behemoths.
Your seed is sprouted. Gather it, would you? I would so hate for you to not be the first to harvest.
So we do have the first seed coming up here in the bottom lane. Neither team going for it just yet. Both teams level 5. Slight experience advantage on Evan of the Pancakes so far. We are coming up here looking at Estrix. Estrix does go ahead and move forward a little bit. Still takes a little bit of damage from that. He's going to burrow down a heal. Wanted to make sure there wasn't any collapsing going on. But Estrix would be just fine. Giga Tip did not work. I do like that they're moving the Brightly up here to counter the Dahaka. Because obviously Dahaka can burrow in at any point, so could get an experience advantage, but Brightly will stop that, but Courtney needs to leave. Like, this can definitely be picked up, and it looks like they're not even contesting it. Postman Pratt goes in and gets that seed. If you don't know Vo-Real, Drapes and I used to be on a team called Coffee Slammers, where he was trying to be the tank, and I was the illustrious and attractive offlaner. Hashtag modesty. Alright, nice. I don't really know if that was a sidestep. I think that was just a avoiding Mr. SIW. But we definitely did have that, like, they were going for this. They put 3 people up in the lane against Estrix. A lot of people committed to this. Now, granted, they didn't really fall behind because they still had, I think, Jaeger in the mid lane and then Tychus down here. We do go ahead and get the second seed coming up. Going to be a point of contestation, I believe.
Shouldn't you be gathering that seed?
So it looks like at this point we've got once again, both teams being like, that's on your side of the map, I don't want to contest it. Very, very gentleman's agreement going on, both teams being very civil to each other. Nice, this is a brawl, what are you doing? I do like this from Habitual line steppers. They're going down, they're like, okay, you guys are going for seeds, we're just going to go ahead, go to the other side of the map. You've only got one global hero, and it is, oh, but Cody. That is going to be the initial blood, the blood to start us all. Coming in here. Coming in hot. And I mute for a second to cough. So that is going to be first blood. A slight experience advantage on the side of the Pancakes. They've kind of maintained that. They had that the last time I was talking about experience as well. Boomer staying down here. Boomer, I really like the 2 tanks are down here. Meanwhile, we do have Prostman up here trying to pick this up. We should. Okay, that's 25 seconds away. I don't think either team will actually get to level 10 before the seed comes up. This will also be the 3rd seed, but it is 1-1, so neither team can get terror off this. Right there, checking the bush. Lots of damage coming down, but we do have Boomer has to get out of there. The tank is already down, but there's Jaeger getting pulled back. We do have the Mr. G's teleports down. This is Dahaka not yet in this battle, but is coming around for the flank. Coming around, break on through to the other side. Jaeger getting a little bit isolated, going the wrong way. Tongue lands. The dwarf is delicious. Just go ahead and dwarf half out of there. Not going to be able to pick that up, unfortunately. But we do have this picked up. Habitual line steppers do get the second seed, only 1 seed away, and they do get their level 10s as well. Able to ride that into at least driving their opponents off. We are moving up here. No more heroes. We'll go ahead and start this up. Both seeds picking up a giant camp at the moment. Take a moment with Twix. Alright, we got Boomer. A nice rotation down. Are they looking at this Tychus? I think they might be looking at this Tychus. Zigzaggy kind of figures it out. But great, there's the use of the time trap. Tychus is all dressed up with nowhere to go. We do go down Brightwing coming down here trying to get this. Oh, okay, we actually have Emerald Wind on the driving. I had not noticed that yet. But that is a commission of Emerald Wind. That's a commission of the Draken Laser Drill. So that's going to be 2 ults that are not available. Okay, actually the Emerald Wind will be back up before this next seed. But not so much the drill.
Collect the seed, and don't fret about the shamblers. They don't feel a thing.
Alright, we got the noms coming out of Orphea. Lots of damage coming through. There's the big sky laser coming down, landing onto Estrix. Estrix trying to get out there, does go and consume that essence. We get back in the fight. Big fight going on right now. We do got Courtney in the side lane. Courtney a little bit isolated. We do got Boomer looking for this. Boomer looking to go ahead and nom a little girl, but no more heroes. About to have no more hit points. Maya does actually get out of there by the skin of their Chitty Chin Chin. We do have Boomer APM. Very, very segmented. It looks like Estrix may be the first to go down. Lots of damage coming through, and Estrix actually manages to get out of there. Crazy back and forth, but Mr. G in the backline does go and pick up that seed. Hello, Wuffy. We actually had a replay cast redeemed by The Real. So right now we're going through. We do not have the normal delay like we oftentimes do, because this is not a live broadcast. So I don't have to worry about teams coming in here and like looking to see where their opponents are, because the game's already done. We are down here in the bottom lane. XYXYGY. Zippy guy.
Sprouting. The anticipation is building.
Alright, Estrix moves into the middle lane, trying to go and get this. Realizes it's 3 versus 2, but oh. Cody and Boomer hiding down below. This is seed point for someone. They need to be careful. Orpheus coming in from above. But Estrix ends up a little bit before everyone else. Nice double stun coming in, but that might be a little bit bad. Estrix down to about half health, already having to consume up that essence. There's the silence coming down. There is the noms. Oh no, no more heroes, not quite able to get out of there. And Estrix is super, super low. It's going to be the first one to go down. Tried to rotate in a little bit aggressively, and that's going to be a double kill. This should be a first seed coming out on the side after the Pancakes. There's the root. Boomer APM goes in and gets out of there. There's Zigzaggy, goes in and moves back. And this will be the first plant terror phase coming out in favor of FF and the Pancakes. FF and the Pancakes, nom 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 nom. They're moving through a big push. All 5 members, 5 fingers to a fist in the bottom lane, going and trying to push this down. They won. I don't know why this is the lane, because there's no boss on this map, but for some reason, rather than spreading the experience, they say, we want this, like, they're playing cat strat right now, and they're saying F this lane in particular. No more heroes goes and gets back. There is a hammer going down. Stormbolt Reynolds and lands into Maev's noggin. and they are just continuing to push. This is interesting strategy because with all of this extra aggression, he almost would have forced the opponent to come down here and just ignore the other lanes. It didn't, and so that's why they get the fort. They're going to get the wall. Like, they are just lambasting through this right now. Big, oh man, great stunts. Just a chain stun. The poor man had nowhere to go, and the space beam came down. Had water sports all over their noggin. Yeah, I said it. We are moving through here. We do have Mr. SIW. Goes through for just a second. The Terror does get taken down. Will this fort survive? Will this keep survive? The answer seems to be no. And yep, there is Artanis with the power of the amateur opponents going ahead and securing the bottom keep. That is constant catapult pressure coming down this bottom lane. So we do go to after the Pancakes moving slowly away. Slight reset happening. Artanis going over to take care of this. Obviously, Artanis at this point, in addition to the amateur opponent, has picked up triple strike. So amateur opponent actually hits a third time for even more damage. And this is actually level 16. Is this going to be the Titan killer? Okay, I thought so. Max out 5% of their overall health every time W is used. Or yeah, it is W. Alright, they are looking at this real quick. Nice move. The unstoppable boomer came in, went ahead and went in there. But takes a bunch of damage. Damage comes through, just rains down from the heavens. We do have Zigzaggy goes through, does go ahead and get caught by the man, having to move forward. But Boomer has no health and is on the wrong side of the battlefield. Here comes Mr. SIW coming in from the other side. No more heroes, does get the beam coming down. Going to lead it through the minions in order to make sure to do an extra bit of damage through there. Bunch of damage coming in there. So right now, looking at hero damage, we do have Orphea. This is why Courtney's Orphea terrified me, doing 38,000 damage over 13 minutes. The next highest damaging hero is Chromie with a full 15,000 less damage, and that's nothing against Prosper Pratt. That does not be trying to put Prosper on blast. That's just how good that Orphea is on, or Courtney is on that Orphea.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
So that's going to be the last fort going down. Only 2 keeps remain. We do have 2 giants down here pushing through, but Mr. SIW is not going to let that stand for very long. I tell you what.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Oh, was that not? Okay, I guess there was still a fort alive. I lied. But John, do you come from behind? Alright, they are forming up for this. They will get a terror phase, but here's the problem. Here's the problem if you're Habitual line steppers. Either they get this, I think getting the first terror phase is super, because like all of their lanes are relatively pushed right now, so this will be a significantly weaker than the first one. And there's Boomer. Boomer goes in and gets blasted away. They do go and get the Murden. There is the first kill for Habitual line steppers, but it's 2 for 1. And even though they are behind experience, and so 2 for 1 might actually be okay for them in terms of catching up, it is not okay for them in order of actually like being able to move ahead of this map. So we do have this picked up to 2 all in terms of the terror phase. This is what I was talking about. I think it's something like if you get the first terror phase, you are 70% likely to win the match. It is by far the most lopsided objective in Here's the Storm, because if your opponents get the next one, they have your terrorists have to push through all of the space, and they end up significantly weaker because of it. Right, nice job from Estrex. Goes in and gets out of that, because that was a lot of damage. And that's the real problem they're running into, is FF the Pancakes are like, they're really, really good at dumping damage over a short period of time. So, and unfortunately, neither Dahaka or Anubarak are particularly good at sustaining a lot of bursts to their face. Like, they're not weak heroes, but they're definitely not, you know, they're not Blaze, and they're not like Diablo or Johanna, and they can just like hang in the middle of a lot of damage and recover. Alright, Estrex up here. Does go ahead and move away, because here's a big push coming through the middle.
Rise, my terrors. Sap the life.
But we are coming around for a flank. Wait, where? What?
March forth, my terrors.
Guys?
Uproot your enemies.
Like, this is a good strategy, but okay, we do have the disc coming in. I'm surprised we don't also have Cocoon coming out. There is Mr. G. Mr. G comes out. Lots of very low health bars, but it's going to be Chromie going down first and foremost. Tychus goes down, as does Maev and everyone. So Tychus traded for the entire team. That was just not the They really need to go in and use the disc and Cocoon at the same time and just clean up the other ones. They almost did it, but once again, freaking Courtney just really knocking down their chances with that, like, maw that made them all back off in the middle of the team fight. Not what you want to see. And with that, that is game number 1, going in favor of FF and the Pancakes. Oh yeah, really good setup, really good attempt. Let me come over here, increment this counter, and I'll be back momentarily for game number 2. Alright, and here we go into game number 2. I did check. The teams were smart and they went ahead and stayed on their respective sides. That's the worst thing I've ever... Every once in a while, in game 2, when they're not being casted, they just flip sides and it messes me up the entire next game. So thank you for not doing that. So coming into game number 2, representing FF the Pancakes, we have Jaeger once again on Muradin, the hippity-hoppity happy dwarf. We do go ahead and have Zigzagai coming in on the Old Man Jacket Cane. We do have Mr. G coming out here on Junkrat, the demonic Junkrat, the Devil's Chosen. We have Mr. SIW once again on the Artanis. Oh, and who let Corvey have Orphea?
10 seconds.
I hope that we have a plan from Habitual Line Steppers in order to deal with this hero, because Courtney is terrifying on Orphea. Meanwhile, on the side of Habitual Line Steppers, we do go ahead and have Estrex coming out here and playing the Nazebo. We do go ahead and have No More Heroes on Sylvanas, Postman Pratt on the Blaze, had to pop it this time, but Boomer APM is going to go ahead and be on the Anubarak, and then Cody Sparks is taking the Brightwing. Not Stukov this time, going to be the cute little fairy dragon. Brightwing, love you lots. Already a stun coming out, or swap. Cody Sparks taking huge bit of damage, almost gets taken out. There's the movement from Jaeger trying to go ahead and finish off Cody. Will not quite get it. And Cordy catches a couple fireball or cannonballs to the face. It would be cool if they were fireballs. There should be a map where you have battle the elements and fireballs on one side, like ice blasts from the other. You call it a Song of Ice and Fire, and George R.R. Martin can get like super mad about it. Alright, so we do go in and have Postman Pratt. So this is interesting. Postman going to the offlane role. Not going to be Extract. Though Extract is on the gazebo. I will always sit and make that. You know what, John? I will do that for you. I will agree. Yeah, that was the thing. There was a lot of like that was a difficult show to watch at times. I'm into some really, really kinky stuff, but even I was like, let's just not. I also noticed John said minimize, not eliminate. So, taking notes. So, this time we do have Protector of Ire taken on the, Artanis. So, with that, with the Protector of Ire, that does mean that Blaze needs to be a little bit careful, and Blaze is playing this exactly correct. Stay back at your wall, let the minions come to you. No, pros, don't go out there, don't go into lane. Do not give him free stacks. Postman, I see you. Do not disappoint me. Okay, good. We're still friends. We do go and have this camping picked up by the older man and Mr. G. Maybe I should do an entire cast one day as Deckard Cain. This reminds me of the Battle of the Four Corners with the forces of Nell. Does that? I mean, his voice is not that. I'm not doing a great impression. So we do go and have Cody and No More Heroes moving over here. Hi, kitty.
Terminal online. Take control of it to pilot the mech.
I found a kitty. I found a kitty. Nope, cat.
Red team claims first blood.
Whoa. I missed that. We're going back. I do not regret watching the kitty at all. But yeah, something's about to happen to Murden. I want to know what it is. Okay, so Jaeger's in here. Jaeger's moving lane to lane. There's nowhere around him. How does Jaeger die? I have so many questions. Right there. Okay, fantastic. That was really good. We ended up having the pullback from my up and the stun, and Jaeger just kind of like got stuck underneath the cannon fire. Cannon fire lowers armor as you take damage from it, so that was a really nice pick off from the Habitual line steppers. No More Heroes goes in and gets onto this. At 60%, they are taking it away from their opponents. But the Murder's already back. It's early game. Death timers are very short. I'll just stop with nowhere to go. Here goes Postman coming in here, ready to go ahead and fight for this. They are moving back to go ahead and get their turret. Are they abandoning this position? They might be. Sylvanas going ahead and falling back as well. No, but here's the thing. FF will know this is happening. Will know that's why they backed off. So they may choose to go over there. But it looks like no, they're not going to. Guys, you do not have time to come up here and do this? Guys, I'm scared. We do want to have a think of the deep on the gazebo. Alright, they just kind of gave that up. I'm surprised. I felt like they could go in, they could contest it, but they chose not to. They do have experience advantage. Maybe that's what they're leaning into.
Blue team has taken control of a protector.
Bottom. 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 I don't know why I'm singing that song, but I am. And you can't stop me. Alright, there's that. They went in and took out the front wall of the top location. That will be the next location that's fought for. Meanwhile, Estrex is down here fighting with Mr. SIW. As this guy moves in, he's trying to go in and pick up another wall. Trying to go in and get this taken care of. All of the boom boom booms. Once again, Murden never dies when I'm looking at him. Moving on back. So now I follow the protector down. But if I stay up here, what happens to Murden? Inquiring rockets want to know. Oh, are we going to get level 10s and just blow him up? And the answer is no. We don't even need level 10s. We just explode him. Nice job. Postman Pratt's like hiding in here and just like zipping up. And then just went around. Like that was really good. I could learn something from Postman. That was a really, really good like assault with the oh, are they doing it again? And they took down the Orphea, the bane of their existence. Listen and obey. Spooky Ghost, Slappy Ghost. That one scares me a little bit, only because Orphea, if Orphea goes Thing of the Deep, Eternal Feast, as it's called, then Orphea can just drop Eternal Feast down to Zebo, because the Zebo can't move while using that ult. And that's a little bit terrible. Actually, Artanis can do the same thing. Can also Purifier Beam. Oh, speaking of which, I always have to ask. No, Beetle. I love the Beetlejuice talent. Alright, Avatar was used off, as was... So we actually got 2 ults out of them, although at the same time there's a bunch of ults out. Only Bunker is up for the side of Habitual Line Steppers, whereas Eternal Feast and Lornado are both up for the side of... and for the Pancakes. Alright, that's just because it picks their own turret. I am terrible with the turret. I always forget that I have it, and then I die and I drop it, and they're like, Rocket, use your turret. And I'm like, no. You can't make me.
A new terminal will be ready shortly.
Alright, we do have our second terminal coming up. Oh my gosh, that actually reminds me when I was a kid, I would wear a jacket, like in the summer, I would always just have a jacket on. Because, like, I was a good kid and I didn't want to jacket off in public.
Secure it to activate the protector.
And it definitely, I mean, you're at 26 stack, so, or Arta's only at 26, so you definitely are succeeding in that. Alright, it looks like once again, their plan is to side push. It's a shame that Artanis doesn't lose stacks when you kill him. Ain't done nothing but meow meow.
Red team has destroyed the fort.
So far, we got 4 kills to none in favor of Habitual Line Steppers. Like, they are definitely... They're mad about how game 1 went. They're like, we are a better team than this. And they're really coming in here. At 96%, we do have them moving up here. Alright, they are coming up here, but they're actually moving in before Artanis shows up. There's a Lornado. When it comes in, Postman back into the backline, massive stun comes in, lots of damage, but there is a double turret going ahead and hitting Postman. There are things down. Bribing goes ahead and teleports away. Cody Sparks taking a bunch of damage from the P-beam. Oh, but there is the Eternal Feast. Eternal Feast just gnawing down on the Beetle, and the Beetle is juiced. But granted, that was a 5v4 because, by the way, Esterex is being a brat.
Blue team has taken control of a protector. Red team has destroyed the fort.
That is now 2 forts down for Habitual line steppers as they're starting to move in here. We do go to have Esterex moving up for the defense. There's only 2 people up here because we do have Artanis moving his way up there as well.
Blue team has destroyed the fort.
That is a good strategy though, because like by moving together in this clump, it means Artanis can't safely, like if he moves into people, he's moving into the entire group, and that's the thing, Artanis' shields are really, really good for extended trades. They're not as good for like big bursty team fights, because the shields come up and then they go down and they can't activate again for 10 seconds. For anyone that does not know. Oh, it's actually 24 seconds? It's way higher than I thought it was. Basic attacks lower. Okay, that makes more sense. Like I swear it happens for me more often. Alright, heal camp right now being picked up for Habitual line steppers. We're gonna go ahead and get in there, get that taken care of. Alright, a little bit of damage on the Deckard. Thanks to getting that taken care of. They are pushing in. But once again, there's the Zebo in the side lane being like, anything you can do, I can do better. Postman moves back. Yeah, it's a little bit dangerous going after Postman. Alright, we did get the bunker out, but a lot of ults were used for that. We did have Lornado came out early on. We did have the P-beam come down. And it is fort for fort because up at the top lane, the Zebo did secure this. Also, just to point out, this is happening in the bottom lane right now. That's a lot. And there is a kill. Now, Postman has very, very little health. There's no way you have no health. Corny got in deep. She's in too deep. And she's trying to keep it together. Not keeping it together is Sylvanas' body parts, as she just got gibbed. That's actually a 3-for-1, and there's going to be a lot of pressure coming through here. The good saving grace is, again, that this is coming through on the other side. This will get a lot of value, but not quite as much value as here, I don't believe. They do send Artanis down in order to like stop the bleeding down here. And with that being taken care of, we do go ahead and have Cody trying to hold this off, trying to go ahead and keep their keep alive.
Terminal activated. Take control of it.
Alright, they are moving through. Now, it does look like... I think they thought that they were taking this right now, because they're actually trading this out. We've got Artanis on the point, up to 60%. We do have this in the middle, not quite pushing in just yet. All the forts are gone. We are at keep moment right now. This will push in and get a little bit of free damage. That one, unfortunately, actually gets within cat tower range. That's not exactly what you want. Unfortunately, they're not able to quite get down here, but will this be enough? Courtney goes ahead and gets cocooned. And with Artanis in the thing, that is a 5v3, because that doesn't really count. They do get Courtney out, however. Oh my gosh, but you get this. Deckard Cain just goes completely the wrong way. Deckard Cain will get taken out of there. There is Jaeger trying to move in. The Courtney goes ahead and gets stunned. The stun. And that's going to be a dead Goth Girl. So that is 5 down. It's just Artanis in the Protector. Okay, I actually really like this call. They're like, I don't care about your Protector. We're taking your stuff. We're eating your lunch money. They're moving up here. They're taking stuff on their opponents. They've got 30 seconds for their opponents to have a response. They will get wall. They may get the keep itself. Which will let me use my favorite line, and here's the storm. Moving through. A lot going through right now. Your keep has been taken. Oh, the irony. I love that line so much. I really should have it recorded so I don't have to try and voice act it myself, because I'm not the best voice actor in the world. I know, I'm surprised too.
You pushed the Protector to its limit. Well done.
You go and have this being taken care of. Lots of damage onto Estrex. Estrex is all dressed up with nowhere to go. Not quite. Brightwing almost able to save that. Nice teleport out by Sylvanas. That could have turned very, very bad. If they had taken back both Estrex and Sylvanas, that would have been a turnaround. They probably would have gotten this keep. They're looking for it right now, but it is a 4 versus 5. Defending under a keep, which is dangerous. Some danger noodles coming out. They do get it, but Mr. SIW going to be taken out. There's a big Dorito coming out of the Deckard Cain. Going to take care of. There is the Riptire. Oh my goodness, nice. The stun into stun is really, really good. Coming out of the side of Habitual line steppers. They get Courtney. They get Deckard. Thank you. I'm like, I called Deckard dying. Deckard needs to die. You guys calling me a liar? You better not be. Are they able to end here? They're moving towards the top lane. I'm not sure. It will be 3 defenders at core. They're sure looking for it right now. They're not picking up the wave. That might be a mistake, actually. Because they're going to be dealing... The core will actually be hitting it as well, instead of getting distracted. You're coming in here. There's the Riptire. Riptire catches a lot of people. Postman goes in and gets blasted back. Jaeger, a little bit of a separation happening right now, and Sylvanas is going to get almost taken out. Be careful, Sylvanas! There's the keep there! I do a new back going down. Sylvanas is being hunted down. That is going to be a dead Sylvanas. Merton looking at this brightly. There is the stun, and pop, pop, pop.
Hero slain. Hero slain.
That is everyone but Blaze. And Blaze is not long for this role, I don't believe. Jaeger looking for it. Do we have the jump? And boop! That unfortunately may be the end of the game. I was not sure if that was going to work. They did get the core down to about 80%. Like, very good job, Cat. That's not where I want my mouse to be. Thank you very much for your contribution. Yeah, with all 5 heroes down, I think this is probably the end of the game. I don't think they can stand up to this. But hey, Artana's only at 16% extra damage on their autos.
Red team's core is under attack.
I mean, not yet, it's not. They haven't actually gotten there.
Power routed to the terminal. Control it and fires the projector.
Damage can we do it? Now, they are only about 10 seconds away, and the shields are still holding for right now. I saw that. Here comes the new Brock coming out. Oh, nice double stun. Goes after the Deckard. I'm not sure that's... Deckard is not really who's doing all the damage to your core. I'm not sure that was who to go for necessarily. Courtney goes down. They get rid of the Orphea. We got Slappy Ghost coming out, trying to hold this up down to 10%, down to 7%, 6%, 5%, and not quite going to be able to hold on to this. But very, very close. They were in the middle of yet another comeback. Super close game. That could have gone to a game 3 very easily. I'm not gonna lie, like, I knew I only downloaded 2 replays, so I kind of knew who was going to end, and by the end I was like, was there a third? Did I just look at it wrong? But unfortunately, we do end up having FF the Pancakes get their domination, continue their horrific streak in Div E. Just, I want to point this out. That was an incredibly close game too. And if I cheat real quick, if I do a heckin' cheaterization, real quick, let me just go to the NGS site. FF the Pancakes is here. Their current record for the season is 14-1, with 6 dominations, 27 points. Habitual Line Steppers is here. Their record for the season is 4-10. So, just put that in perspective. The 6th place team, the team that is only currently beating the team that dropped out of the season, the team that... Is that actually... As Habitual Line Steppers, are all 4 of these game wins against the withdrawn team? No, because they got, maybe? Regardless, like, the best team against the worst on paper team, and game number 2 was seconds away from going to side of Habitual Line Steppers. That makes me really excited for the future. So, again, Voreal, very, very, very good attempt. Very, very, like, I can't believe that you were a sub and you had to go in against that team of all teams. I feel for you, my friend. Okay, real quick. Oh, you play them again Thursday? What the heck? I may try and pick that up purely because, like, that was a really good game, and I want to see the next one. Alright, switched over to the StarCrafts. So let's go ahead and make our way over to here. Well, I mean, if you do, great. If you don't, you definitely were not the issue there. Also, what the hell? That is so weird. It's doing this again. I fixed it yesterday. It's something about switching to a different scene. 1 second. Actually, I want to see if I can fix this. I have to remember not to leave this next time. Aha, that's how I fix it. So, we do have for the charity drive in May, the wheel is up and running. These are the games that will be up for selection. So look forward to that.